I'm on a quest to inspect every saloon across all of Red Dead Redemption 2 for health and safety concerns. Each establishment needs to earn at least a 3 out of 5-star rating, or they will be forced to shut down. Today, we're headed to the livestock town of Valentine. Does aging owner Ned Keane follow code, or am I about to walk into a nightmare? Find out now on an all-new episode of Make Westerns Healthy Again. So here we are at the Keane Saloon, a very humble-looking structure, but it seems to be a nice little hangout for some tough-looking dudes. I wanted to start out at the Keane Saloon because it was the first erected in Valentine, but the problems began immediately upon the first glance. Right off rip, I'm seeing something I'm not liking at all. Right down here, there's a lot of space down there. It looks like the structure is floating and maybe stuck in the ground from these posts. There may not be a solid foundation to the ground other than these posts, and that's quite worrisome to me. Normally what we're looking for is a solid foundation built out of stone, wood, maybe even metal, just something to lay the ground floor and then build up from there. Unfortunately, the Keane Saloon has none of that, so someday it's either going to sink into the mud or get blown away by a tornado. The structural integrity is not good. I'm just gonna have to flat out say it. The wood looks pretty weathered, I must say. I'm not sure if that's rot. I'm not a wood expert, but it does look old. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, here's more of it. I don't think that's rot, actually. I think that's just... I think there may have been a coat of paint over this wood, and now just with time and the weather, I think it's just kind of chipped away. Yeah, the wood was kind of weathered, probably seen a few coats here and there, but it was negligible when regarding the structure of the building itself. The wood was fine. No termite damage, no evidence of tampering, so the wood checked out. I do like that there's a broom out here. I'm wondering if I'm gonna catch someone using it. Yeah, I never saw anyone use that broom. It doesn't, like, the floor doesn't look dusty by any means. It just looks kind of weathered. Yeah, so you can see the footprints. Those might even be mine. The wood's a little glossy. It might be just a little wet from either morning dew or maybe even some alcohol spillage. You never know. But dusty is not the word I would use. So it's not like there's just stuff all over it. So I would say that this is pretty good. I like that there's a broom here. It's good. So this is quite interesting. At the front door, they are advertising oatmeal, pork and beans, squirrel boil, and pickled eggs. However, the pork and beans and squirrel boil are crossed out. So the question is, are there just so many people eating at the Keane Saloon that they've had to 86 these two options from the menu? Or is it a lack of demand and the cost of ordering? Maybe maintaining and serving the gamier options is just not economically viable this fiscal year. That's for sure something that I'm going to ask Ned. After the malnourished menu, I went inside to see what all the hoopla was about. And it really was not as bad as I was expecting it to be for this small of an establishment. Ned Keane really runs a tight ship, I would say. Hey, Ned, Zaldeyy, it's nice to meet you. You're not even gonna know that we're here. I'll be outside just for the meantime, but if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks. Okay. So immediately entering, it's not very busy, as you can see. It seems to be much more of a kind of family, maybe not family, but it's definitely family owned, but it is definitely a quieter establishment. You're probably not gonna be throwing big ragers here. Wow, there's lots of holes in the wood itself, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say these are bullet holes, which, you know, normal to see in a saloon. I'm sure in every saloon there will probably be bullet holes, but I'm wondering if there's been any attempt to patch them up, or if it's just kind of part of the aesthetic. It's looking like it's just kind of part of the aesthetic. Something you're gonna find in every saloon, wooden or not, are bullet holes. Everywhere. Now that all saloons pretty much allow for guns, you can carry one wherever you want. Maybe there should be like a... Damn it, get in there. Sorry. Whew. Maybe there should be some sort of like drop box or check spreadsheet system to make sure we have all the guns accounted for and we have an owner to the gun, you know? So if something happens, we can reprimand the individual. There are even rips and potential bullet holes in the curtains themselves. I wonder if there's anything in the windows. Even here, however, no bullet holes in the windows. So I'm wondering if that's a conscious choice by Mr. Keane here. Well, we can ask him later. Money, aesthetics, priorities. Nobody gives a shit when the wood has holes in it, but one little window gets a little hole puncture and everybody loses their minds. Rumor has it that that old saloon out in Emerald Ranch closed down because of one little window hole. Or maybe someone was shot. Either way, the business went under. People lost interest, people lost trust, and that is a fast lane to the highway, if you catch my drift. But, yep, even bullet holes here. So he fixes the windows, but he's not super keen, pun intended, on fixing the wood itself, which is quite interesting, actually. So bullet holes aside, the second thing that I kind of noticed on the walls are these wonderful photos. I mean, this is just such an inviting image. It's a beautiful retriever. It looks like holding a pheasant. I don't think that's a duck. I don't really know what kind of bird that is, but some sort of animal. This is clearly a hunting dog, and it's just such a cute photo of a doggy. Really kind of ties the place together. There's also, excuse me, sir, I'm gonna have to reach over you. I'm doing an inspection. This is such a wonderful metaphor for the lone cowboy. It's like a 19th century literally meme. Love it, love it. I think if I ran the Keane Saloon, I'd have inspirational quotes plastered all over the walls, maybe a couple images of Winston Churchill or Andrew Tate, you know, something that tells everyone that this is the palace of crypto rug pulls, you know. He's also got this wonderful picture of like more birds. I don't know what those are, but there's two birds and they're like on this greenish background. And then right next to it, there is also a photo of a deer with this big tree in the background. And I like this one a lot. It's kind of weathered, but overall, like it's a nice photo. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. That's okay. We're not here to judge the art. We're just looking at what he's presenting us with. But the last two photos, now this is fascinating, so pay attention. The one on the right looks like some sort of art piece, but the one on the left looks pretty candid. Maybe this could be Mrs. Keane? Hard to know for sure. I don't want to ask just in case she is deceased, but keep that in your old noggin. But what's really interesting about these two photos is that there's no frame. They're really not done up very nice. They're just tacked into the wall. Not my business at all, but it is open for all of the public to see. And then right next to the photos are the rule system. So when you first walk into the bar, you're gonna know exactly how to behave in a Keane ran establishment. Very nice. So we've got no cussing, no fighting, no horses inside. That would just be absurd. No spitting on the floor, which I'm pretty sure I saw someone do earlier. No pinching the girls. Have not seen a single woman in here, but that's a great rule. I don't think women should be assaulted. That's terrible. No coach robbers. That's also a wonderful one. Don't want any robbers. No con artists, and no flea-bitten drifters. So no hobos, essentially. I think these are great rules. I thought the rule system was fair, customer-friendly, and a great addition to a saloon. Well done, Ned. Overall, the main bartending shelf is pretty messy, I can't lie. The framed photos are crooked. The rules, now that I've gotten a better look at it, are kind of hidden behind the mugs that are hanging up. It should probably be at the front door, to be honest. The left middle shelf is not being used pretty much at all. Maybe a nice Funko Pop collection could go there. The plates look kind of dirty. The pots up top are most certainly not clean. Probably has like spider eggs and shit in them. Just put the alcohol on one shelf and the empty mugs on another. Is that so hard? A little bit of organization will go a long way here, and it would probably look like less of an eyesore, you know? I wouldn't say that it's dirty, but it's not conducive to a good, efficient work environment. So the wood here could probably use some help. I think that there's some rot going on there. There's a lot of cracks going on here, some bullet holes. That is a liability. If someone comes and rests their forearms on the bar and it collapses under them, they could be impaled and killed. So Mr. Keane, that is something that you're gonna have to fix. After seeing the pots and the menu from earlier, it dawned on me that there was no kitchen available. There were two locked doors that I couldn't go in, so I assumed that the kitchen would be in there. I wasn't allowed in, not even with my health inspection authority nor my peace. Yeah, so I'm wondering if this right here is the kitchen. I couldn't get back there, the door was locked, I tried. I also couldn't get in the upstairs. So I'm gonna assume that this attachment right here is just a mini little kitchen, and that's where Ned cooks up his fine eats. Okay, so food-wise, all we can do is oatmeal, so that's concerning. Because earlier, when we looked at the menu, excuse me, sir, so he doesn't even have the pickled eggs anymore. Ned, you're gonna have to cross off the pickled eggs. You don't have those anymore. Disappointed is an understatement. I had heard from Armadillo to Lemoyne County that Ned Keane cooks up a great hot meal. But with that being said, the oatmeal was still pretty good. I guess let's give the old oatmeal a whirl. So here we've got the oatmeal. Arthur has graciously agreed to hold it for us. Thank you, Arthur. I don't think it looks that bad. It looks like there may be a little bit of a honey situation going on. I like the swirl. The presentation is really nice. I actually don't think this is going to be that bad of an oatmeal, to be quite honest. The bowl is a little dirty, I can't lie, but the oatmeal actually looks pretty good. Thank you for holding the bowl, Arthur. I'm getting hints of honey. I'm trying to figure out what kind of milk that is. It's goat's milk or maybe cow milk. I'm not really sure, but that is really good. Wow, I would love some more of that. That is a damn good bowl of oatmeal. Now it's $3. $3 oatmeal though? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it was good, but now that it's gone through me and sits in the outhouse behind the Smithfield Saloon, it doesn't really mean much to me anymore. I guess drunk people are cool with paying that off, but you put that $3 in a 7% annual return stock market rate, I don't know what I'm talking about, you may have several more dollars by the end of it. I really like the ambiance that Ned's created in here. I like that he's got candles on each table, he's got candles at the bar itself, and he's got this big lantern to kind of light up the main area where he's at. Oh, he's got 3. That is a potential fire hazard, I must say. I'm not liking the look of that. Why does he have 3 candles together? That's quite fascinating. So he's got 3 candles together, and then right above it, pretty much, he's got the biggest light in the room. I would feel like there really should be a light at the front door so people could see when they come in. I don't know why he didn't do that. Oh, there is a light on the outside at the front door. Yeah, so there's a big light here so you can see the menu. But overall, there should be a light probably there. People are gonna trip over that mat probably. So that's something that you probably need to work on, Mr. Ned Keane. So not a whole lot of lights working on the outside. It looks like there's just the one by the front door. I'd love to see more lights on this place that are lit up. That's kind of a hi doggy. That's kind of a tripping issue, I would say. Like it's hard to see the stairs here, and it's already looking kind of slippery. There really isn't a whole lot of chatter to be found in the Keane Saloon. You will sit down in your chair or stand at the bar and you will drink your drinkity drink, and you will like it and you will shut up. Ned talks a little bit. Like, I don't think this is the atmosphere that he's trying to create. He's kind of a chattermouth actually, but it's the customers. None of the customers, the clientele, the personnel, they don't talk very much. No live music, no conversations, just you and your booze surrounded by a bunch of dudes. Straight male activities, if you ask me. There's no poker tables, no blackjack, no nothing. You can play the 5-finger knife game, but it's quite dangerous. I would not recommend it. Oh, I have all my fingers. The knife goes chop, chop, chop. If I miss the spaces in between my fingers will come off. And if I miss my fingers, the blood will soon come out. But all the same, I play this game cause that's what it's all about. Oh, chop, 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 chop. I'm picking up this. Ow! Damn it. So I sat around and I watched for a bit. What are people doing? What is the behavior like of a Keane Saloon regular at 2, 3, 4 in the morning? Most men are gambling or chasing girls, just causing issues, but these guys at the Keane Saloon are built different. Not every local takes a liking to the health inspector, so I was about to have my first taste of sweet defiance.
I got something on my face. Why are you staring?
Hey, sir, can I help you?
Something seriously wrong with you, huh?
Is there a problem here? I'm just trying to do my job.
You asked me.
Oh, what the hell? Bro! Shit! Oh! You know, I don't need this shit. Growing up, I wanted to be like Joe Camel or the Dos Equis guy, but look at me. I'm a shell. So I took a break, did a little reset, and continued watching whoever was left. It was like 5 in the morning at this point. I ultimately took a very high interest in Amish Man at the bar. He had been there all day, unwavering, 12 hours standing at the bar, no going to the bathroom, no food, just pure drinking. I mean, this is like a sport to this guy. He just loves the game. Okay, so this guy has superpowers. What in the hell? Who are you, Amish Man? Sir, I must know who you are. Uh-oh. Sir. Do it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, let it out. Let it out. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Happens to the best of us. It's alright. Yep, let it out. It's okay. Yeah. You should probably put the bottle down, sir. I don't think that's gonna be very helpful. You don't need any more of that. It's okay.
I've been thinking, why can't drinking be a job?
That is a good question, sir. This is like the perfect picture of the Keane Saloon. Just a man throwing up outside, and not a whole lot else to it. Yeah, he's been throwing up for like 2 hours. I'm getting a little concerned at this point. It is well into the morning hours, and he has not relented. And he is still holding his beer. Oh, he might be done now. Sir, you feeling better, sir? Yeah, okay, now he's gonna stumble on home. Oh, is he gonna drink? You gonna drink that? Don't drink that water. That's for the horses. Don't do it. Don't. Ah. So this guy went from throwing up to drinking out of the bucket to getting back to work, putting up this fence. This is an American. If this doesn't give you the spitting image of who the personnel or the locale of the Keane Saloon is, I don't know what does. And oh my God, is he still holding? He's hammering with his beer. This man is a national treasure. Holy. That's incredible. All right, I'm gonna leave you to it. Please don't hurt me. I'm gonna leave you to it.
Hey, knock it off.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not trying to put you on blast. You have a good rest of your day, sir. We love you, Amish Man. But after that whole side quest, I went back inside to the Keane Saloon to see who was standing. It was like 7, 8 in the morning by this point. Yeah, so this dude is just completely passed out. It's around 7:10, 7:15. He's trying his best to. Can I help you, sir? We have another slammed individual at the front of the house here. Oh, he's waking up. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You can go back to sleep. It's okay. I sat down again and thought long and hard about the night I just had. The lack of females, no entertainment, Amish guy, rarely any conversations, passed out customers, and oatmeal. What does it all mean? Oh my God. I got it. This bar is meant for purely late-stage alcoholism, or those who are alcoholism curious, which is kind of f***ed, but walk with me here. Ned Keane's whole operation is built around the addiction of Gen Xers. They can drink without the judgment of others because everyone else here, is an alcoholic. They aren't bothered by the female services, the frills. The activities are pretty much non-existent. The only real activity is drinking. And you are set up to do so all day and all night until you eventually pass out inside the saloon, or I guess outside, but hopefully inside the saloon. So then what? Oatmeal. You get some carbs to kickstart the day, soak up some of the alcohol from your previous binge, and then you restart the cycle the next day. That's why none of the other menu options are available. That's why he has such strict rules. He cannot interrupt the process of an alcoholic because that is a customer for life. However short it may be. Ned Keane is exploiting sick members of society for profit, and I am not the morality police. Well, what'd you expect me to throw up my arms and stand on the table and say, Carpe diem? I'm simply the health inspector. Ned Keane will have to answer to his higher power someday. I'm just glad for my own personal interest that I figured him out. I have just spent the last 24 hours inside the Keane Saloon, and over the last 30 minutes to an hour or so, I've written down my initial, final closing thoughts, so I'd like to read those to you now. The Keane Saloon has a big mouth for the size of such a small body, and it swallowed me whole. I took a punch, ate some oatmeal, and discovered an immoral truth. The structural integrity is non-existent. The balcony has a great view. The floors are swept. The shelf is slightly disorganized. Bullet holes are littered in the walls and curtains. The wall art is inspiring and oddly personal. And Ned himself is kind enough. The customer demographic are mostly alcoholic Gen Xers, so not the best, not the worst. I wish I could have seen the kitchen or where he prepares the food, but I've given up on that. Ultimately, Ned Keane is a master manipulator and genius entrepreneur. In the official inspection of the Keane Saloon, I am awarding them with the very coveted 3 out of 5-star rating. So congratulations, Ned Keane. You have passed your inspection. You've scraped by just a little bit. What's that old saying? C's get degrees. That pretty much sums it up here. Well, folks, that is all the time we have today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I've got to be off to my next saloon, though. They don't inspect themselves. I hope that I can see y'all there. But with that being said, I'm heading out. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night or wherever you're doing. I'm going to go get plastered. Oh, sorry, everybody. Sorry, I'm gonna put it away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was a mistake.